12 years of obedience, 41 years of grace. Bishop, I need to say this to you like you're the only person in the room. Because sometimes we celebrate people in crowds and forget to speak and appreciate the heart that accepted to carry the weight of the call when nobody clapped. So hear me please, this is for you. Not the public queue, not the bishop in the long robe with a white collar on her neck. You said yes when maybe later would have made more sense. Yes, when the vision was blurry, but the call was still very clear. I'm talking the woman who showed up even when showing up meant hiding her pain behind her praise. The one who sat in silence and still believed the whisper was from God. And Bishop, you didn't just say yes, you built, you structured, you corrected without crashing, covered people who didn't know they needed covering. You governed, not just with presence, but with precision, and had God's strategy and wrote it plain. You birthed leaders, dug wells in people who only saw drought in themselves. You lifted the broken and gave hope to the hopeless. I've seen you preach sermons, but you don't just preach, you lived them. You've dropped foundations, built a house that could carry weight, trained voices that know how to war, and raise men of God who understand presence over popularity, authority over aesthetics, and substance over spectacle. These 12 years, Bishop, they didn't shape you. The 41 years didn't carve you. You shaped and carved them. You made every moment bow to the assignment. Seasons are submitting to the calling. Every loss that you've experienced served a purpose, and you've made wilderness work for your worship. See, Bishop, through your teachings, leadership now looks like love that bleeds but keeps blessings. You've changed your ministry to be more than just a mic and turned it into a mirror where people see God in them. And I don't know how many times you could have walked away with valid reasons, but you didn't. Not because it was easy, but because you loved the people more than you hated the process. So no, Bishop Ndeni, you're not just a woman who said yes. You are a sound, yes, a sound that breaks system, a sound that sets order, a sound that reminds the earth that God still trusts women with government. And if nobody else says it plain, I will. We are better, bolder, sharper, because you stayed, because you corrected us when silence would have been easier, because you paid the price to keep this house holy, because you trained us when comfort said to coddle, because you stood with fire in your belly and blueprint in your hands, because you said yes, Bishop Ndeni.